Join us, celebrate, share, and watch these upcoming videos as we try to spotlight and illuminate some positive people in our community. Thank you for watching these videos from Higher Definition.
My name is Antonio Knox. I'm from Rock Hill, South Carolina. I am the youngest out of 11. My parents waited later to have me. My mother, she was 35. My father was 54, 55 when he had me, so now he's 90. My mother, she would have been 72 this year. She passed back in 2016 on Valentine's Day. And I have a lot of brothers and sisters. Come from one of those blended families, whereas I guess that my mother thought she was done. Then I came along. She met my father, and they had me, and that was very unique. In which she primarily raised me, and my father, he wound up getting back with his wife, but still was a beautiful thing. Everybody was, allowed to blend, and everything was still healthy. So that was more important than anything. It was always a healthy environment, So I'm married. I've been married to my beautiful wife, Lisa Knox, for a little bit over 7 years. We got married back in 2015, January to 17. I have 3 beautiful kids. Maxwell, he's my middle, Maxwell Knox, Xander Knox, and I also have AJ Knox, which he's my junior, in which I had him prior to meet my wife. So we have a beautiful blended family, which AJ lives up in DC with his mother. He comes down here during the summer, and we alternate holidays and stuff like that. And so that's very important for us having a blended family. And my wife, she was a teacher for about 8 years. She got Teacher of the Year back in 2018. Now she's still within the teacher capacity. She's on a district level, so she's over the Arts and Council department in Lancaster County. And yeah, so married, got 3 kids, and actually a news story. Last November, me and my wife took my great nephew in our custody, and so we're going through the process of adopting him, which he's 8 months. So we got him when he was 3 months back in November, and now he's 8 months. So he's part of our family too, and that's our 4th child. So his name is Langston Knox, which I had the pleasure of naming him after Langston Hughes. What motivates me? Truth. Truth. Finding out more and understanding more. And I think that there's so many different layers of what we think is correct or what we think is right. And I always ask questions, and I think that what led me to be who I am now, and not being satisfied with somebody give me, and just being satisfied with what I can go out there and get for myself and understand. So the pursuit of truth motivates me, because I just know that there's things, I don't care how smart you are, I don't care how many degrees you got, nobody has a full understanding of anything. So, and I think it internalized me so I can understand it for myself, and that motivates me. I own One Community Insurance Agency. I found it last year. We specialize in a lot of different insurance: life insurance, term life, whole life, health insurance, insurance on the marketplace, Medicare Advantage plans with the private carriers, Medicare Advantage, prescription drugs plans, medical supplement plans, a lot of different lines of insurance. And yeah, so that's what we specialize in, and just really bringing them together, because depending on what stage you are at in your life, will kind of depend on what type of insurance that will be best suitable for you. And so as an agency, we try to build it so that we can offer our service to a lot of different people, whether if you just been born and you're a baby, you just getting married, or you know, on the other side of the mountain in term, which is a great thing, where it's like you need something permanently or term, or whether you're a business owner. So a lot what we offer can really be creatively fitted to you and your situation like a thumbprint. And I hope that answers your questions in a nutshell, because I feel I can go on and on. Okay.
Why is insurance important?
Why is insurance important? That's a great question. And that's one thing. Why is insurance important? Because insurance mitigate risk, and it really mitigate risk so that you won't have to take the blunt of whatever may happen to you. And no one has a crystal ball to be able to be exact on, next year I get diagnosed with some type of illness, or just that, or somebody lose a loved one, and no one can really predict that. So insurance is a risk measurement, whereas so that your life won't be turned upside down, and just put the proper things in place so that you can continue to live a full life without being taken back. And like the way I look at it, insurance is to keep that foundation afloat so that that foundation won't crack. And I think having insurance elevates you during those uncertain times, and it also allows you to think creatively outside of the box. Whereas I think a lot of times people think about insurance and they think about death, or they think about illness. Like, there's a lot of creative ways where you can use insurance to help do a buy-sell agreement and things like that on the backside, just talking about business. And it's very intricate in terms of, if you are partnering with somebody, insurance is that risk factor that blends it together so that that partnership can become everlasting in a great sense, and just make sure that it don't break or shatter. The best advice I ever received: be authentically you. That's the best advice I ever received. Which the reason why that advice resonates with me so well, because I think a lot of times people allow other people to project on them what things are and how things should be. And that story may be true for them, and there's no knock to them in a situation, whatever they experience. But I think uniquely, a lot of times we get outside of ourselves trying to get into a square box that's meant from the person who's telling you that. That's the box that they are in terms of not so much of a box, but that's their world, and try to figure out your world and your place in the world. You can only figure that out. So that's the best advice that I've ever received, is to be authentically you, and I guarantee you will be accepted. Like, I think a lot of times when people think that their situation is not going in their favor, and I think that we try to push stuff so hard. And one thing that helped me is to, like, I'm really a big believer in energy, and saying, like, in terms of, like, the people you have around you, and like, the people that you have around you, it's kind of like your garden. Certain things can grow right beside one another depending on what it is. So plant yourself in an environment that's conducive to your growth. And once you do that, and you won't have to force growth, because it just happened naturally.